Hey YouTube, it's Brandon Red here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make Pennywise's creepy ass costume from the new It movie that is becoming totally crazy. So to start off, I went to Spirit Halloween and I bought a few different materials. I got this bald old man wig cap thing, some orange hairspray, some white cream makeup, and I wouldn't recommend this, I'd go with Ben Nye. I got 2 bald caps because I was worried one would split because I had issues in the past, and I got some red cream grease makeup. So start off with the grandpa cap. I started off by cutting off a piece of the back, and this is to create the widow's peak in the front. And this wig is so scraggly and crazy that if you cut it, you can't even notice that it's been cut. And to attach the widow's peak, I used some liquid latex. I basically just splashed it because this top piece is latex. It should attach really easily. And I put the hairs down and kind of create the look I needed to do. And I applied some over that. And it was kind of messy, so I went back in and added a few more layers to cover up that. Now, using some, high quality mousse and hairspray, I added the mousse and I began to shape it. Now, this was actually the easiest wig I've ever shaped, and for costuming ever. It was just such an easy shape to do, and this wig had the perfect amount of hair to do it. And I began to add some hairspray and really shaped it, and I got into a shape I really liked. You never really see the back of Pennywise's head, so I kind of just made the back a little scraggly. So then, using our orange hairspray, and you can actually use orange, you might have heard fabric paint, and that would stick better or whatever, but I decided to just go with this, and it had a really nice full-on color, and that's what it looked like. It really came to shape after I added the color. And it doesn't matter if it's on the hairline because you're covering that up with grease makeup later. And if you really wanted to keep it shape, you can use some spray adhesive or spray glue, and that really helps it. I also cut off that kind of ridge brow thing that was going on. Now for the costume, you guys are going to get so mad at me, but I actually went out and bought a $200 Pennywise costume from a local shop called Chicago Costuming, but there are many different costumes online that have a similar look, so I'll link those in the description below from Amazon. And it's actually quite easy to make yourself, but this is the costume. It's super high quality. You can actually get it cheaper online. I just got it for the price because it was actually in store. So to start, I began taking my bald cap and pretty much just did what you do with normal bald caps. I placed it on my head, I found where the ears would go, I cut that spot, and basically marked every area that needed to be cut off. I then took what is known as Prozaid, and it's basically like spirit gum, but I find it better and it doesn't irritate my skin as much and it doesn't smell disgusting. I applied that all over my hairline and behind my head, and basically just started putting the bald cap on, and that stuff is so good. It's pretty much a medical adhesive to my knowledge. And then I applied some liquid latex over that to keep it secure on my head and also hide that line. I then took the wig and put that on the head, and I actually didn't use any adhesives for this. It was kind of such a tight fit that I was able to put it on. Now, to kind of hide that really thick line from the wig, and to actually add Pennywise's peeling kind of forehead, I took thin sheets of toilet paper and applied it with some liquid latex all over the forehead. I didn't go too close to my eyebrows because we were covering those up next, and I also didn't want to be pulling off my entire eyebrow. I then took the scar wax, which you can get it at any Halloween store, and applied it over the eyebrows in kind of a snake shape to hide the eyebrow. And I also took a pen and literally drew indents, because he has these weird kind of indented brow things, which I'm pretty sure in the film was most likely a prosthetic. I then began to apply the cream makeup, and like I said, I would really recommend the Ben Nye clown makeup. This is just the Spirit Halloween cream tube, and it had the worst coverage ever. I think this is what really took away from the entire look. It took me many layers. It looks super cakey, as you can see here, and I just began to apply so much powder because I was so done. It took me literally 35 minutes to get the powder, or to get the whole cream makeup at a close-ish white. I then took some kind of brownish black cream makeup and applied it all over the hairline because that's where his peeling was, and I wanted to emphasize the peeling that we did. I then took a lip liner and began to make the shape, and my footage totally got lost here, but I then used the grease red makeup with a pen and went in for the rest of the areas, which is the mouth and nose. I then put the rest of the costume back on, and the costume was pretty much finished. Now, to end it off, I was pretty happy with it. I loved how the wig came out. I just wish I will definitely be redoing the makeup at some point, and I had to have the dance. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and request more. Thanks.